Hi everybody. So for today's vlog, I wanted to do a update on breastfeeding because now it has been past 1 year. Like I have been breastfeeding for a whole year. I am just going to do this a one take, so bear with me and we'll see how this goes. Um, I wanted to start off from like my first experience with breastfeeding from when he was born until now, just to kind of like talk about it and like just like really an update. So when Liam was born, he was born on May 4th. He like I knew I had wanted to breastfeed, like that was my original plan, and so I had set out to do that. We did have a lot of trouble the first couple of days in the clinic or like at the hospital just because I could not get him to latch whatsoever. He wanted to eat, but he didn't want to eat. Like he was hungry, but he was lazy. And so I had to have a lot of help from the doctor, or not the doctors, but the nurses to get him to latch just because I couldn't get him to latch on my own. After that, we went home. It wasn't until about 5 weeks that he actually would latch good for me and would stay on the whole time and eat, not just like suck, eat, and then scream. And he had acid reflux and colic, and so he didn't exactly eat like he was supposed to, and so he was a little bit underweight. And he had a hard time gaining weight and keeping it. It was definitely a struggle and something that was very hard for the both of us because I couldn't make him happy and he had an upset stomach. And so I did end up supplementing a little bit. I did use formula. I tried to pump, but I just could not keep up with it. I mean, I was taking like more fenugreek than I was supposed to be taking, and I just could not produce enough to continue to breastfeed for him, and still produce enough to supplement also. So I had to supplement with formula. I didn't really want to. I mean, I pumped for as long as I could, but it eventually got to the point where I had to supplement with formula. At that point, I also had been in, I don't really know how to say it, like, I don't know, the doctor, his primary doctor, told me that I should pump to see how much I'm getting, so to see how much like I was producing, so that I could know exactly how much he was eating. And so I did that for about 2.5 to 3 weeks. I pumped every day, every single meal, and then I bottle fed it to him so that I knew how much he was exactly getting. And then after he turned about 4 months old, all of those problems quit. His acid reflux, like, one day he just, like, seemed to be fine. He stopped crying all the time. He started being happy. He started smiling. He was just a little happy-go-lucky baby, which he had never been before that. Absolutely not. He was not that type of a baby at all. And so at that point, it was really well. Breastfeeding was going great. I couldn't have asked for more for a breastfeeding mom. Then, I want to say he was like 9 months, like 8 or 9 months when he got his first tooth. Then, like, everything was great, like, from, like, that 5 mark, or, like, about that 4-month part, until about 8 or 9 months, just because, like, he nursed great. You know, he started eating baby food. He wasn't breastfeeding as much as he had been before, and I should say that it wasn't bad, like, before that, from the birth time to 4 months. It was just very difficult because of his acid reflux and his colic. But yeah, at that point when he had got teeth, he learned what they were for. He knew that, hey, if I bite mom, I'll get a reaction out of her. And like, hey, this is hilarious. Let's keep doing it. And so then another tooth rolls around, and then 2 more, and then 2 more. And so now he's got 6 teeth. Everything breastfeeding-wise, like for my whole breastfeeding thing, like life, I guess you could call it, has been great. I mean, I have no complaints about it. I mean, other than the fact that, like, my nipples, like, TMI, but, like, they are, like, elastic. Like, you can stretch those suckers, you know, and, like, I'm sure any breastfeeding mom is like that, but, yeah, I mean, they just get stretched out, and, I mean, your boobs don't look like they used to. I mean, but the perks of breastfeeding is that, like, your boobs get bigger, you know? But, yeah, breastfeeding was actually going really, really well. Up until, what was it? I want to say like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Sorry, I keep moving around. Liam keeps trying to grab the camera, so it's like, but yeah, it was about, I want to say about 3 weeks ago, he started biting and drawing blood, and like that was the turning point for me, where it was like, holy crap. Like, there's a difference between biting, like, to bite, to be mean. And then there's a different, like, to biting to be, like, aggressive. And, like, to the point where it drew blood. And I actually have, like, scars now from it. And, I mean, I wouldn't change my breastfeeding life or my time breastfeeding for anything. And I do definitely support and encourage other moms to breastfeed, just because it is so amazing and it's a once in a lifetime thing, you know. They're only little for so long, and I mean, even if you just breastfeed for just the first couple weeks, you know, and it just develops a really, really, really strong bond between you and your baby. But I mean, some moms can't do it because of other reasons, you know, and like, that's totally understandable, too. I mean, it's definitely difficult now that, like, Liam doesn't get to come to work with me anymore, and he goes to my sister's. And I have to pump for him. So, I mean, that's definitely difficult, but it definitely is worth it in the long run. I mean, just that bond that him and I get, and that experience of me rocking him to bed, or just sitting there breastfeeding him in general, and him, like, nursing off of me producing something for him, and then, like, him just, like, looking up at me with this big, like, blue, gray, greenish eyes. And, I mean, that's what really captures me and really, like, makes me love breastfeeding. But, yeah, I mean, overall, my breastfeeding experience has been amazing. I mean, the first couple weeks were rough. I mean, the first couple months, to be honest, were rough. But if he didn't have colic and acid reflux, I think it would have gone swimmingly. I mean, I think it would have been absolutely great. But, I mean, that was really the only problem that I had with it. Now he is getting weaned off. He only nurses, like, 2 or 3 times a day. Like, today he's only nursed twice. And he hasn't had the breast since, about 11 o'clock. 10, 11, somewhere in there. So, I mean, it's been a long time, because it's like 5 now, so that's like 6 hours. So, I mean, it's been quite a while. I have noticed that my milk supply is definitely going down. And when people say that if you don't keep up with, like, pumping, or don't, like, your child doesn't breastfeed like they used to, like, your milk supply decreases fast, they were not kidding. It does. It goes down really fast. It really does. My goal for breastfeeding was to just make it to 1 year. And so now that I have made it there, I do think I am pretty much almost done with it. I would definitely go longer, like, till he was, like, 1.5 years to, like, 2 years. But with him biting and continuing to get more teeth and constantly, like, pulling down my shirt, it's just not the best thing to have my 1-year-old do, or even a 2-year-old, you know. And, I mean, I completely support other mothers who can do that. And, I mean, like, kudos to you, because breastfeeding moms are amazing, you know, and it's just so good for your child. But I think that Liam and I's time is coming to an end. I will keep you guys updated, and I will let you guys know when he is done breastfeeding. And I will make a video of advice for moms, like, for new breastfeeding moms, just because I have a lot of things that I could share with you guys that I wish that I would have had advice about going into the breastfeeding life. Just because breastfeeding is hard. I mean, it is not an easy road to go. I mean, not at first anyways, but I mean, it gets better. It definitely does. But yeah, I'm sorry it was kind of all over the place, but I just wanted to let you guys know how our breastfeeding is still going, and I will make Liam's 1 year update now that he's a whole year old. He's growing up so fast. And I will start making more videos once I get my computer. I plan on getting my computer the weekend after Memorial Day, so it'll be about 2 more weeks before I get my computer, but I am planning on getting an all-in-one HP. Yet, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry, I had to pause it. My brother knocked on my door and needed to talk to me. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. I hope that you guys liked this video. Give it a thumbs up if it helped you. If you guys would like to know anything else about breastfeeding, or have any questions, or would like to know more about my breastfeeding experience, definitely let me know in the comments below. I would love to help anybody with breastfeeding that I could, because I know that I definitely needed a little bit of help also, because it's tough. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.